We here. What a game. What a game tonight.
We fall down.
Listen, I'm not going. I'm not going to let these Heat fans come in here being satisfied, man. It was a good game. Play hard. We still got another one to play. Uncensored Sports Podcast, Uncensored Philly Sport Podcast, man. Like, subscribe, man. Show some love. We glad to have everybody here, man. Whether you Sixers fan, Heat fan, it's all love because you know why? We got another game to play. We got another game to play. I'm feeling like the Sixers did when they came out to start this game. No hustle, no fight. It felt like they was uninterested. Um, and to me, the blame starts with the two superstars and the coach. You know, Joel Embiid, James Harden, and Doc Rivers. Now, my problem with Doc is this is my problem with Doc. We gave him all this credit about how he called these great games, and he did the last two games. But what I see from him is he comes with a game plan. That's his game plan. His adjustments, his halftime adjustments, his adjustments to what they're doing, he just doesn't have it. If you see me getting killed on the boards, I see he played Joel Embiid and Reed for like a minute.
That's it.
Go with it. Go with it. You need to stop the second chance points. They was killing us. Last time I looked, they was up by like 10 on total boards. I don't know what they ended. At. 36 to our what? They had 46 to our 36 or something crazy like that.
Yeah, we had 36 total boards.
They had 46. No telling how many old boards they had, man.
I mean, well, first of all, that's skewed a little bit because Paul Reed had like 8 rebounds, and I think a lot of those came in garbage minutes. So our rebounds was even worse than that.
Like you have to, as a coach, right? You got to try to find something that's working. To me, Doc Rivers' in-game adjustments or to adjust on the fly, he just doesn't have it. And you see stuff happening. You see, listen, Maxey off. I love Maxey. He off. He getting killed on D. You might have to try to go defensive heavy to create offense because you wasn't getting offense. So you might have to go defense and rebound and get offense. The second chance points in the first half of the game was killing us. It killed every drive we have. Every time we try to go momentum, we got a bucket, they miss. Boom, we go to old board. You know what happens on the old board? Boom, somebody hits a three. It was just compounded with stupidity and the turnovers, B hitting the face. And I know, he tried to give it second half, late third, fourth quarter. B tried to give it some go, but by that time, they was already feeling it. So
listen, what we're not going to do, and I may be one of the biggest B fans around, we're not going to give him no excuse. I don't want to hear no warrior. He came out there looking like Game 5 of Toronto, that series. He came out there moping. He came out there looking defeated. I don't know if it was because he didn't win the MVP or whatever. I'm not giving Embiid no pass tonight because he showed no heart. Now, that being said, it ain't all on Embiid because I agree about Doc Rivers and I agree about where was Maxey? Maxey's our great wonder. Where's this Houston Harden? Houston Harden. We supposed Harden could do this. Harden could do it. So no, I'm giving all of them. I'm catching cases on all you, like Denzel said. I ain't giving nobody no pass. And for real, before I get into it though, I want to give Miami props because they handle business. Miami did what they were supposed to do. They was at home. They came out. They brought the energy. They played. Embiid, you're the leader of this team. You're the MVP candidate. Don't come out here moping. If that's the case, stay home. And I agree with Ethan wholeheartedly about Doc because Niang gave you nothing 0 for 6. You saw Paul Reed at least brings you energy. If you see your team has no energy, Paul Reed and surprisingly Shake was the dude that was providing some energy. But yet you don't you go to Niang? Dang Niang? He ain't give you nothing. Bro, I get it. We do need a bench, but my thing is, and do I think that we was going to necessarily win tonight? No, not with the way that we was playing. But I don't want to see Joel moping around and crying because he got hit in the face. I'm not saying that it didn't hurt, but his body language to me was reminiscent of Game 5 against Toronto when we was playing it, and I thought that was the pivotal game that cost us because when he had the stomach ache and he came in moping around, all that, and that's the kind of mindset he came out today. You're the leader. They play off of you. Come in here, and he tried to get tough for a stretch, but it was too late. So it's blame to go all around. And that being said, they went at home. I still think the Sixers win in Game 6, and then we see what happened in Game 7.
Yeah, I mean, I think because we lost the first 2 games, my heart was already felt like it almost like a resurrection. Like I already thought the series was over because we lost the first time. Like the series is over, so it's almost like getting crushed twice. But all that being said, watching this game, it's enough blame to go around everything. First of all, Maxey started off bad.
He finished bad too.
What happened was, if y'all remember, early in the first quarter, or actually late in the first quarter, Embiid had they got a steal, and it was a fast break, and then Maxey had the
what was that
layup? That to me set the tone because we would have took the lead and we would have had a 1-point lead. After that, they went on like a 10-0 run, and we never caught up since then. That was the kill. For some reason, that was the killer play in the game. And then you got so many. Niang. Let's start with Niang. Niang has been off. He's been struggling. Look at the game log. The first game against Miami, he was 0 for 7, didn't score at all on any shots. Then he was like 2 for 4. He was 1 for. He's just stink. He's not playing well in the series. So Doc, we're in the 6th game. We're going in the 6th game. This series doesn't work for him. They're too much of a physical team. You got a Duncan Robinson that fool and put him on the bench. And then you got to go with the boy Embiid. You didn't win. And Barkley called him out, and I'm glad he did. Because Embiid, I know how he was trying to get the sympathy vote. And Barkley, like, he's mad. He's pissed because he didn't get the MVP, and he started showing.
He should have played better. But see, and somebody, I think it was Dominic, made a good point. A game of series, we get this from Embiid. At least one game of series, we get the moping Embiid. Woe is me, Embiid. Come on, man. You're supposed to be dominant. MVP caliber. Your team takes on the characteristics of you. Pick them up. Put them on your back. Don't. Yeah. I hate that. And Maxey too, man. Maxey.
And this is my thing, though, right?
You gotta stop comparing him to players like Ja Morant because he can't. He can't. It seems like he can't create a shot. Jimmy had him locked up. He had him cuffed.
But you know what? But this my thing. It ain't, honestly, to me, it's not even necessarily about not creating your own shot. All right. And this is why I put a lot of blame. And listen, I don't get it twisted. I do realize that no matter what, without Joel Embiid, we have no shot at this series. So I do realize that. So I do realize that even him coming back and playing with the fractured face and the injured hand, I do understand that, and I give him his props for that. But my thing is, don't show up. You don't get warrior status for showing up and moping and crying. You get warrior status for showing up and balling through it. And to me, he didn't ball through it. Joel Embiid, listen, everybody else was off. Harden shot what, 33%? No, that was just from 3. Harden shot 38%. Tobias shot 35%. Maxey 20%. Danny was 50%. But Embiid shot 58%, but didn't shoot enough. If you know you're the MVP candidate, you know you're the big name. If they're playing physical, you get in there, you play physical, and you make the refs make the call. Embiid settled tonight. So I'm not giving him a pass. If you're going to be on the court to play, then play. And Embiid's my favorite player. So y'all can say, well, y'all won. This is why I don't nobody like Philly fans. Keep it real. He did not show up tonight. This is not the night. This is not the night for him to be crying about not being MVP because he did not play like an MVP.
We got routed by 35 points against a team that don't even have a home court advantage at all. I mean, I felt comfortable. I didn't even see the crowd being a distraction. All it was pretty much we was just stinking it up. We stunk it up the entire night from start to finish. Every last one of them. Harden tried a little bit. He really tried. But he can't do what he used to do, clearly. Like that
exactly.
That game last game was maybe an admiration.
And it seemed like he was trying a little too much. He kept turning the ball over. I don't know why my camera cut off. But remember last game I said Doc has to figure out a way to try to get the beat and beat the ball with this zone they playing. He still ain't figured it out yet. And you've seen that in the game. They still was struggling late in the shot clock, looking to get Embiid the ball, do something to get him started early. You know what
But
I
I blame
mean?
Embiid for that. I blame Embiid for a lot of that tonight. Look, if
But
you
it's
look,
cool.
like,
You put him in a position. You
no,
got to put him in position.
I
You
hear
just
what you're
got him
saying.
standing around. Fight. All game, all he did was fight with Bam.
Off at the top
You're
of the
saying put him
key.
in the position, but guess what? Did you notice when Embiid actually went on a little bit of move, he caught the ball at the top of the key and he took the guys off the dribble and attacked. He wasn't doing that all night. He was getting that ball in that same spot and he's looking for like the 10 point. When Embiid had the ball on the break, why is he giving it to Maxey? Why is he giving that to Maxey?
If you've seen the play, I knew why. He thought dude was going to try to go for the charge. So instead of getting the charge, he wanted to get an easy layup. But Maxey did something dumb. Instead of going for the layup and try to get the end one, he backed off.
Yeah.
Maxey was probably trying to clear it out for Embiid.
No, he was scared Jimmy was going to beat that up.
He might have been, but all I'm saying is, to me, Embiid was not aggressive. If the same, and I'm saying this to say, when we saw him play Toronto, right? Remember a couple of games against Toronto? Toronto was playing the same type defense, and Embiid went inside, was throwing his body around, making them dudes fouling. He looked like he wanted no parts of contact tonight.
You can't run Miami off the 3-point line. You know why? Because you only got one shot blocker. That's Joel. So if he's at the top of the key and he runs somebody off, it's an easy layup.
And maybe that's why instead of putting Yang in the game, you should have had Joel. And wait a minute, hold up. So you told me Doc can play? He can play Bassey and Paul Reed down garbage time, but you can't put Paul Reed in there with. And you know Paul Reed is really a power forward, but you can't put Paul Reed in there with Joel. If nothing else, because Joel stunk on the rebounds tonight. At least Paul Reed to come in there and get you some boards and some energy.
Because Paul Reed always tends to make that one mistake when he gets in, like he let the ball go right through his legs.
He does. But that's
he does.
He ain't been playing.
Okay, hold on. But he does make a mistake. But how many does Joel make mistakes? Make a dumb pass? Does Harden make a dumb mistake, a dumb pass? So don't sit here and rip the young bull for bringing energy and trying to if these dudes not even bringing energy and making mistakes and making turnovers, at least he's trying to bring energy. He forces turnovers too.
I agree.
That's all I'm saying, and I'm not saying he's the great be all end all that's going to be that put us over the top. But Niang gives you nothing. Give Paul Reed more minutes.
Niang isn't playing.
We getting out tough too, man. We getting out tough.
Yes.
DJ Tucker's out tough in our whole team, man. I don't like that. You
and who are the only guys on our team that play with toughness?
Paul, you gotta get Reed in there on it. I mean, so sometimes we so busy concerned about shooters and spreading the floor, making shots, that we losing on the aspects that count, like getting a rebound. When they miss, you got to get the board. You know, if they keep getting second, third chance opportunities, none of that other stuff matters. Yeah, you want to have a shoot on the floor, but you got to play defense. You got to secure the board to give yourself even an opportunity to score. Yeah. It's basic basketball. Sometimes I don't understand Doc's philosophy.
I mean, we're not even letting Tyler Hero get off in this series. That's the crazy thing.
He didn't get off in this series. When PJ Tucker scores 10 points on you, it's over.
Yeah, and that was garbage time. He got like 4 or 6 points in garbage time. We got him in check, and it's not like they scored 120 points. And that's a lot of points. They usually don't even score that much in the game.
We only scored 85 or something, 86. Where's the ticket?
Yeah, we just was terrible. I mean, but it's the body language of Joel. If you saw his body language today, which y'all all did, y'all saw how he was just like he was funky. He was in a funky mood. Doc said he talked to him a little bit. I mean, come on, you're in the middle of a playoff series. Why do you have that conversation?
Yeah, I don't get it.
You see that now they said they talked to Embiid in the pregame shoot around. It's like he was distant from everybody. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
You're too old for this hissy fit. Man up! Man up!
Man up! The game, what you did. You didn't win. It's okay.
The thing is, if our starters don't play well, we're gonna lose the game.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And none of them played well. Now that being said, I don't want to hear Maxey is supposed to be our future. Harden's supposed to be this superstar-esque player, and Tobias is this highly played player. So I don't want to hear if Joel is having one of them.
Hold on.
What's up?
Hey, Master Craft, man. What's going on in the chat, man? Why are you using language like that, man? Come on, bro. We won't get down like that, man. Look,
y'all know we don't do the language. Listen, you could be excited. This, that, no, we don't do the profanity. That, you know what I'm saying?
Man, we all having fun, man. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
So and another, I'm about to say something. Oh, Tobias Harris too. He been playing good all series long, but the game he shot 35%. He stunk it up as well, man. It's
Oh,
like
they said that was Mr. Wing, not Master Crab. That's what Grass Crab said. But this my thing. Those other guys, you're big time players. Don't tell me you can't do nothing without Joel Embiid. You know what I'm saying? Like to Ethan's point where he said Harden should have been able to drop that kind of game he had last game. He should be able to drop one of those when Joel's not there. So, and even when Joel's off, like Maxie, you are young and you are energy guy. So as soon as you start getting clamped, all of a sudden you're not the happy hooper no more, and you running from shots. And this is why I'm saying I'm not ready to anoint Joe. I'm not ready to anoint Maxie for nothing yet. Because Maxie has 3 games like this.
Hey Phil, do you got a problem with Phil want to come at Maxie all night? Hey Phil, you really don't like Max? Maxie played horrible. Maxie played horrible. Yes, he did. How many points did he give us? He didn't give us anything. He had 3 points, 5 points.
that's it.
Hey, Roddy Bricks. Oh no, I give you props, bro. You've been here every game. You've been here every game talking that talk. Even though wasn't you one of the ones that said Miami in 5? So we know they ain't gonna be Miami in 5 yet. But I said 6 and 6, and we know they ain't gonna be the case either. But
it's going 7.
I mean, it's a shame because I do wish Joel would have started the 2 games, but I'm disappointed in him tonight. Like he didn't go out like a warrior tonight. He didn't, and that's my guy, and I cape for him all the time. But he did not go out like a warrior tonight.
There's a quote from Doc Rivers. He said, "They were so much more engaged. They are a lot. They were a lot. There's a lot of disappointment from all of us. We played at a snail's pace. Their energy was better. Their toughness was better. That's on me to make sure they are ready. That's on all of us. Tonight we were not ready." Then he said, "I will watch the tape because I have to, and I'm gonna burn it."
But see, I don't blame Doc for not getting them ready because I do think that Doc had them ready. I blame Doc, like for Ethan, what Ethan said, for not making the adjustments. Your adjustment is to bring in George Niang, who's playing no defense on anybody, can't get any rebounds, and is missing. No, your adjustment should be to leave Paul Reed in there with Embiid and say, okay, if they want to go with this more active stuff, we're going to bring Paul Reed and let Paul Reed use all the 6 fouls up. I don't care. Let him be active and pushing bodies around on the board to wear them guys down. Whereas Joel can go in there and do something.
Yeah, I can tell Joel cries at home too.
Yo, these dudes.
I can tell Joel cry a lot when he at home.
Oh yeah. He cried. He probably wrapped up.
Yo,
probably holding him like a baby. She holding him like a baby right now.
Who said meet me at the bus stop?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, these dudes. First of all,
y'all tripping, y'all chill out. It's all funny.
The bus stop, but the bus stop.
Original. Somebody said I mean the bus stop since '94.
The bus
stop. Bro, now y'all dumb.
Oh, what we in high school?
They was
what we back in high school?
Like,
meet me at the bus stop. No, it's not chill. We don't want that kind of action, bro. Listen, basketball is recreational. This is supposed to relieve stress, even though they didn't help relieve our stress tonight.
We all stressed out right now, so I get it.
We stressed right now. We stressed.
I get it.
Somebody getting a fight up in this game, boys. Somebody gonna get hurt.
Alex, how confident am I? I'm very confident that we'll win Game 6. Game 7 to me is up for grabs.
I feel like
I think Game 6. I think when we get home at Game 6, when you get at home, as we see in Miami tonight, when you get home, those role players tend to play a lot better. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think once we get home and the crowd behind them and everything else, I think we'll win that. We'll win that by double digits. But then Game 7 is in Miami. So, I mean, if Joel Embiid's going to come out and act like he want to prove something, we'll see.
82% of the teams that win Game 5, we go on a win.
Yeah.
How you drop a dud like that after everybody hype? Yeah, Joker got named MVP. B gonna come out and ball. You come out and play like this, man.
Because I'm upset.
And you know why? Another thing. This is why I'm saying we're the Sixers players, and I'm blaming the players and not Doc's per se. Because if you look at the foul calls, the Sixers weren't getting foul calls. But they weren't getting foul calls. I'm not blaming the refs, and I'm not blaming Doc. I'm blaming the Sixers because they were not aggressive. Miami was aggressive. They was running at the Sixers. They was making the refs make them calls, and that's why I'm saying my issue with Embiid and Harden was trying to run in there, but we saw Harden fumbling and bumbling with the ball again because they were collapsing on Harden inside again because nobody was hitting shots outside. So, but that being said, that's why Joel has to be the instigator in there to force them to make fouls.
Let me ask you that play in Joel Embiid, when he was crying when he fell on the ground. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
It looked like the dude hit the ball and hit him in the face. Did we get a tech on that play? Did somebody get a tech? Did they get the ball back?
Doc did.
Was that like a 4-point swing play?
Doc started fussing at the refs because he thought B got a foul. It wasn't a foul though.
It wasn't a foul.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
I mean, I'm looking at our field goal percentage. So we shot 36% from the field, 28% from 3-point land. So again, our role players, they play well at home, but they stink it up on the road. And then we too can't play.
He did get that back injury.
Oh, we got the nigga about it back.
Janet Mills, right? He did get that back injury when he went for the ball or something like that. Hopefully.
Man, I ain't trying to hear that even.
All right, you gonna try to hear it when they say B's questionable for Game 6?
I'm saying I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear no excuses for B.
I mean, is it excuse or is it legit? I don't know. He got a lot.
I mean, and I'm not even listen. I'm not making fun of him. I'm not making fun of Embiid crying when he got hit in the face because who knows what that pain was. You know what I'm saying? You got a broken bone, you got hit on it. So I can understand that it may have been excruciating pain. All I'm saying is I don't want to see you moping around. If you're going to play through something, then play through it. I can't stand to see. To me, you're not manning up and playing through something if you're coming out and it's like, oh, I'm a muscle through this. If you're telling me how hurt you are, and you're showing me how hurt you are as you're trying something, you're not toughing through it. Toughing through something is you lacing it up, you strapping it up, and you doing what you got to do. And even if you don't play well, you out there and you doing what you got to do. And I just didn't see that from Embiid tonight.
Man, you said going back to that play, you said that he had to go to the crowd because Danny Green threw the ball in the stands. So that was the second time he did that same play where he get too excited and throws the ball away, and then it ends up being a turnover.
We do need Lowry to play, Phil. We definitely need Lowry to play.
I miss Lowry.
He on the bench coaching it up.
I miss that boy.
Man, I don't know the mentality of this team. I'm gonna use the word everybody. The culture of this team, like Red said, is just this team to me just ain't built right. It ain't built for a deep playoff run.
We don't got them Jimmy Butlers and them PJ
Tuckers. Yeah, you need that.
We need them.
Can Paul Reed development of that? Could he had a bit been that?
I think Paul Reed got a little. If Doc give him an opportunity, he keep taking away his wrench.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the teams that's left, right? Just look at the teams that's left. Hear me out. Look at the teams that's left. You have look at it in the East. You have Marcus Smart. He's that for Boston, right? You have Bobby Portis. He's that for the Bucks. You have PJ Tucker. He's that for the Heat.
Bobby Portis as well for the Bucks.
He's a tough physical dude for the Bucks.
He's that goon.
Yeah. So who do we have? Who's that for us?
It could be Paul Reed, and it should be.
It was Andre Drummond.
It could have been Andre Drummond this playoffs. It could have been. I agree. It could have been Andre Drummond. Yes, we just don't have that. Our team don't have that makeup. You got certain makeup. Like when PJ Tucker bullying you around, you need somebody to come bully him back. Who's going to bully him back?
Well, Alex made a good point.
He got a little bit of bite in him.
No, he don't.
Yes, he do. He just not shooting well, but he got a little bit of toughness in him.
Yeah, toughness don't mean nothing if you can't do that. If they baking you all game long, I don't care how tough you are. What are you doing? He's not getting. I was saying Alex made a good point when he said the Sixers don't have a grown up in the room. Like you would expect that Harden would be the guy to say to Embiid, listen, toughen up. You know what I'm saying? Like talk to him. You the seasoned vet. You know how sometimes you had that grizzly vet that would come in and be like, yo, you step up, man up, this, that, and other. nobody on this team is going to. It's still like a bunch of nice guys. Embiid is the one guy that'll talk and say whatever he want. But when Embiid is not doing what he's supposed to do, nobody's checking Embiid.
But
You need a vet.
about that action. You need somebody that's about that action.
Not necessarily. You just need
somebody about that action, or at least people thinking about that action.
You need but I'm saying you need an old head that that old head that come and tell you. Right, like Embiid, like Harden was supposed to be for Maxey. Remember how when Maxey was somewhere and Harden like, do this, you got to do this, like hyping him up. I don't see it's nobody that does that for Embiid. Not and Embiid is supposed to be a superstar. Embiid is a superstar, so he should be self-motivated. However, you do need some. It's almost like nobody's going to check Embiid on his team, and you need somebody that can check everybody on the team.
I think Sam Cassell got to be that for the team.
You need a player like that. You need somebody.
You need a player like that.
You need somebody fighting on the floor. Yeah, coaches is cool, but you need somebody fighting.
Sam is filling that role because we don't.
You need a player that'll be willing to sock Embiid if he got to. Not in his bad eye though. You need a player that's willing to cuss him out and don't care that everybody mad that the coaches know. You need somebody that's going to tell him what. A dude like PJ Tucker is going to go up. He'll go up. Him and Jimmy might mess around and come to blows one day if he go up. But he'll say something to Jimmy. But Jimmy's the kind of old head Jimmy was that old head for Bede. Jimmy was the one dude that Bede did have that will hold him in check, and that's why Bede respects him to this day.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry, you being for real? Sorry, say. I'm just look at you like.
About Danny Green. I mean, Danny should be and could be.
Danny Green should be that. Come on, man.
I mean, he's been in the league long enough.
Way too light skinned.
He way too yellow. I was about to say that.
Way too light skinned.
Danny Green been in the league long enough, and he got chips. He got rings, so he should have that authority. But it seemed to me like they kind of be punking Danny sometimes.
No, Danny. You see who he married? No, we good. But, what I'm about to say. This game. You just gotta flush it. You really do. You gotta let it. It don't exist. It only counts as one loss. Now it's 3-2. Now let's just go in there Thursday. And we gotta handle our business. Thursday we gotta go in and we gotta act like because it's no tomorrow, which it won't be. And then again, it goes back to that Harden trade. Was it worth it? Because if we lose, was it worth it?
Stop. See this. Don't do this.
Was that trade worth it?
Don't do because you wasn't saying that last game. Oh, you see what Harden did? No, stop.
I always said it.
Stop.
I always said
it. You still wanted to get Harden anyway. You just wanted to get him in the offseason. Yeah. So stop it.
Like I said, if we lose.
What was Seth Curry? What was Seth Curry going? What would Seth Curry have done tonight against Miami?
You don't know.
Well, we don't because he's home. So we don't know what he did at this round of the playoffs anyway.
Raj, you nutty, bro. He said he really wants to see Embiid cry again. Yo, that was.
Well, he ain't crying Toronto again. We know that much.
We got so many photos of him crying. He need to chill. I know his wife's. She gonna catch it. So when she get home, she gonna have the blankets and the tissues all waiting for him. The boy just cried too much.
Hey Dominic, we gonna win 7. If we get, I'm telling you now. Listen, you heard it here first on Census Sport Podcast. Tell them if we get to Game 7, we win it.
I got to see how they come out on Game 7 because no matter what, Jimmy's a dog.
Game 7,
Jimmy is a dog. If don't nobody come out and play like a dog for us, if Embiid don't come out and be aggressive Embiid, we're not beating them in the Game 7.
He will because he don't want to cry. He don't want to cry. He don't want to cry in Miami.
I don't know. He ain't do it tonight.
Maybe
he ain't do it tonight.
I don't know. But no, ain't no crying in Miami.
I mean, listen. Like I said, I'm not. When I picked the Sixers in 6, I thought Embiid was going to be playing from Game 1. It is a hole that they got dug into the first 2 games of the series, and it's a shame because if they would have played the way that they played in Game 1 with Embiid there, even with Embiid playing how he played, this would have been a game they could have won. But they stunk it up.
This team's so bipolar, though.
They are.
Oh my goodness! Like you so bipolar. And to me, that's why I said it starts with the best player on the team, with Embiid, man.
I mean,
what the boys say on attitude reflect leadership. Like, come on, man. You got to come in there with the attitude.
But I will say this though, and it was mentioned in the chat earlier. It is difficult to win 3 games in a row. So they won the 2 back to back.
Come on, man.
I agree. So they had basically the whole fourth quarter off. So all I know is when y'all come home, y'all better have that energy.
Yeah,
I'm just this. And
this was
but
disappointing, man.
Tobias Tobias stung it up too, though. We
He
let
tried.
Tobias off.
Listen, I like seeing dudes with fight though. Tobias gave me fight. B halfway gave me fight.
Maxie
To
gave no
me,
fight.
Maxie didn't give me no fight. Yeah, I about to say he didn't give me no fight.
Yeah.
He didn't even it wasn't even trying to go to the hole to try to get past nobody. He can't. He don't look like he created his own shot yet. Maybe now, last year he went and worked on the shot. This year go work on your dribble. All year go work on your hand to get your hand together because he ain't getting past nobody. He ain't creating the shot.
Y'all think they
like Phil said, he relies entirely on speed.
You think they underestimated the Heat, thinking that they had everything in the bag? Like you think they?
No, I don't. I don't think that at all.
You just think they came and took our heart today?
Yeah, I think that. I mean,
up, man.
I don't want to give them no excuses with it, but like Ethan and I'm sorry, I can't remember who else made the initial point about B with his back early on because that was an early on play. But that being said, I did see certain. To me, I need Embiid to have that dog in him where he'll tough. See, it's not toughing through something to me just to play with an injury or play when you're hurt. Because if you're sitting there and every time after you shoot, or every time after you do something, you adjusting your mask, and that's in his head. Those are things that you do when it's in your head in the throes of a game. Like even with Mike, right? And I'm not saying Embiid is Mike, but even Mike, like in his flu game, the drunk flu game, Mike, when he was playing, like in the game, during the game and play, Mike was doing whatever Mike did. But then, like in between plays, you would see him like, or at the end of the game, you see him like bent over. But you ain't see Mike like in the middle of the game, like, oh, I'm dying. When that adrenaline pumping, Mike is balling. That's what ballers do.
Yeah.
And B kind of mopes around with that. Like, and I think when you do that in your mind, it makes you play like that.
I agree. At least a game of series, though. At least a game of series.
It is.
Remember, I kept saying that Embiid he was kind of a selfish player, and that MVP meant more to him because that was an individual award. He wanted that. He desired that award. He worked so hard to get it last year, and then when he didn't get it, he was determined to get it this year. So to lose it, he was completely disappointed.
How do you know that that's what made? How do you know that's what he was disappointed about?
Come on, what else he was disappointed about? They handed him fried chicken. Stop. He was disappointed about the award. He lost the award. Everybody knew it, and he should have came out and showed up. And showed out, but he decided to mope about it. You know that.
But I honestly, I thought he actually did play to start off. I thought he tried to bring some energy, but like they said early on, he supposedly tweaked his back and was like that. But I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with. I don't agree with that. That he was just. Of course, that's the narrative everybody going to play on. Oh, he didn't get the MVP, so now he's sulking. I don't necessarily think that that's it. I just think
if you've been watching this man for the last 8 years.
And you've been hating on him for the last 8 years, right? So you just like the other haters are going to look for a reason like that to say that that's what did it.
But at the same time, today was an opportunity for him to take over and to completely dominate, and he decided even when he quit the ball. Every time he quit the ball. I would have been trying to abuse Bam and any of those small boys they put on them. They wasn't calling calls. I'd have been spinning, laying them up, spinning, getting the N1s. He didn't do none of that.
No, I agree with that to a point. But at what point do you blame the supporting cast? Embiid shot a good percentage. So, but they kept dropping down, and this was the same thing that happened last game. Harden just took over and played because they was dropping down on Embiid. On the other game, Maxey was getting off in the fourth quarter because they was dropping down and giving all that attention to Embiid. This time when they're giving that attention to Embiid, who was hitting shots? Nobody.
He should have took 25 shots today, 25 minimum.
And when
they would have all been mid-range shots, and you'd have been mad at him.
No, he should have been dribble and do a spin. The refs was not giving him no call, so he could have just did bully ball.
I agree with you. I would have gave it a shot.
That's what Giannis does. Giannis does that. That's what he do.
Hard hit.
And Giannis down in his series too, ain't he?
No,
Giannis brings it though. Giannis brings it. Y'all say what y'all want about Giannis.
No, Giannis does.
That's what. This is my thing about B, man. Every time I watch Giannis in playoffs, I don't see him moping around. I don't see him doing the B stuff. He bring it every play, whether he missing shot, whether he 1 for 12. 1 for 6 from 3. He's still going hard. He's still going hard, man. And when you a team and you on his team, you will still play with him and for him if you still see him going hard. If you see a superstar moping around in games and stuff like that, that could be disheartening. That could be disappointing everybody else around you.
Now, what I don't want to see is any of y'all Ben Simmons fans coming here talking about something. How many times you gonna give excuses for Bede? I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that from not a near one of y'all Ben Simmons fans. Because y'all still giving that man excuses.
Wait. Look, the boy Ryan said, we Canadians ain't want to come to dirty behind USA, especially Philly crackheads on the street like you. Okay.
Who you talking to? You?
No, he talking to somebody in the chat. But why you got to be talking about Philly and crackheads? I mean, I wouldn't try to say something about Canada, but
but who you saying Philly crackheads? I know a lot of people that ain't crackheads in Philly. I mean, drugs is everywhere. What y'all, the opioid people?
All right. That's just, don't hate on Philly like that.
Yeah, you ain't gonna disrespect Philly. You can talk about the team, but you ain't gonna disrespect the city.
Yeah, Dennis. We talked about that last time about Doc speeding up the offense. He still don't do it. We walk the ball up the court. We let Miami get set up in their defense every time. I don't understand it. Maybe it's the personnel. I know with Harden, he ain't getting up the court, but so I seen Harden trying to push the. You see Harden one time trying to push the ball like he was running with all his might.
But I think we tried to push the ball sometimes, and they got back there and was playing excellent defense. Miami just brought the energy tonight, bro. That's all it was. Miami brought the energy, and we didn't. So and it made it easy for them. And it was to the point of during the later part of the game, even when they brought in like the guys in when the game was over, it was just fun for them. Like it was no pressure on Miami at any point. The Sixers never applied the pressure to them.
Nope, not from the beginning.
James Dennis, you out of your mind talking about Embiid is not a superstar. You smoking dope or dog food if you think Embiid is not a superstar.
Oh boy. Oh well. I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna beat it out. I'm 6 it out. I don't know what to tell you.
I'll be there Thursday watching this win, and then be sweating it out. To be sweating out Game 7.
It was disappointing. The worst thing about
hopefully Houston Harden shows up in Game 7.
The way we lost was disappointing.
It was. It definitely was.
No hustle, no heart, no energy.
Yep.
That was the most disappointing thing about the game. I could take a loss. I agree. But when you just walk in the arena and don't give anything, that's more disappointing than just losing.
I wonder if they partied last night in Miami.
Harden probably took everybody out. Maxey seemed like he went out because he was off. Yeah. You know, he ain't usually that off. He probably wasn't practicing his jumper. Him and Maxey was probably out. You know.
Yeah. I bet you the next time they go to Miami on Sunday, because I think they will go back on. Do they play Sunday or Sunday?
His parents need to travel with him. Have Maxie's parents go to Miami with him. Keep an eye on him.
You need a chef.
Hey, Alex, I don't think there's no doubt about that. Jimmy Butler has definitely been the best player of this series.
That's what I'm saying. If you was actually to rank the best players in the series, Jimmy got to go number one.
Yeah, it's Jimmy then Bam.
No, I ain't giving it to Bam.
I ain't giving Bam. That's too high.
I mean, honestly, Bede only played the 2 games he ain't played that great tonight, but I don't think Bam was all that great.
I would pick 2 Heat players, then a Sixer player for third.
I wouldn't necessarily. I think Jimmy been doing yeoman work. Like Jimmy's dropping like 40 points in the game.
That was one game. First game he had like 17 or 12.
I would go Jimmy Tobias, and then maybe Bam. Jimmy, Tobias, Bam, and B and Tyrese.
I mean, ain't Maxey wasn't he averaging like 23 points a game or something coming into this game?
Yeah, but I like what he did today. He don't punish.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's what he did today. But if we're talking about for the series, Jimmy undoubtedly has been the best player in the series.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if we're talking about for the Bam had a couple of clunker games in Philly.
He did.
Yeah, we had the one, I think. Yeah, the one clunker game.
But you see the approach? They was like, we're gonna take they said we're not gonna worry about Bam's offense today. You strictly gonna be defensive. Your thing is to be physical with Embiid. That was the whole game plan. We're gonna
Bam, he did his job. He did his job.
That was clearly the game plan for Miami. We just gonna be
and guess what? We had no counter. We had no counter. We had no game B, no plan B. Doc don't walk around with no plan B in his pocket.
I thought for a sec,
he's strictly playing A, and that's it.
Is that why he walk around like he pregnant? He ain't got no plan B.
He ain't got nothing else. He popping out kids all over the place.
You
gotta have a plan B on you. You gotta be. You gotta have some. You gotta have a backup.
But here's the problem. The problem is when Embiid did get the ball and they start being physical, he held it for at least 10 seconds off the shot clock. He didn't make the quick reaction, making them move. Miami didn't have to move because once Embiid got it and he didn't have an open shot, he kept it. He held it. Go back and look at the tape. It goes back to Embiid. You gotta speed them up. You gotta make them rotate so you get that open shot, and that's what he didn't do today.
We didn't hit open shots.
So he didn't pass the ball. When we finally passed the ball to a person, it was 2 seconds, 3 seconds on the shot clock.
I don't necessarily agree with you with that. I honestly, I think he passed the ball away too much, and I think him and Harden should have been more aggressive on shooting.
When he did pass the ball, though, once he passed the ball, he passed the ball late in the shot clock. He held it. He's not making quick.
Master Crab, you got to chill, bro. You gonna have to go in timeout. You got to chill.
Oh, yeah, we got all right, Master Crab.
Listen, with great power comes great responsibility. That wrench is great power. We leaning on you for that, but
ho! Don't talk like Bam was giving Embiid the business or something. They double triple team Embiid down in there. Bam is not guarding Embiid 1-on-1.
Bryce telling on him.
And Bam don't even do nothing against Embiid the same way last game. Even though Bam had a good game, when Embiid was on Bam did nothing. He got hyped when he was going up against Tobias and Paul Reed. He ain't do nothing against Embiid. Like stop with the Bam hype. Stop with the Bam hype. He's a solid player, but stop with the Bam hype. He's not on Embiid's level.
Yeah, we do got young people. We got women in there. We can't be cussing on there like in the chat like that. We try to respect everybody, man, so everybody can come have a good time. This can be a safe place. You know what I mean? Come enjoy some talk, back and forth banter.
Right.
You know what I mean? So.
And you can even vent here, but just watch the profanity and watch the insults. That's all. You know what I'm saying? We here, we want to have a good time too. You know what I mean? We say uncensored, but it ain't uncensored like that.
It's uncensored to a certain point.
So.
All right. Oh, well. Next game. We about to wrap it up. Because Tim over there doing something. I don't know what he's doing.
Any other time Tim ready to wrap it up? Now you want to be trying.
Oh, my fault. All right. It's been a pleasure. We was out. It hasn't been a pleasure. It was a terrible game. Coaching.
You're talking like the season over. It's been a pleasure. Like, what is wrong with you?
To me,
it's over for Doc. We lose this series over Doc.
It's not Doc's fault that it be.
I'm not. We didn't have Embiid. Let's keep it a bean. We didn't have Embiid the first 2 games of the series. That made a world of difference in this series.
We got to do better.
You did the first. It did the first 2 games. And listen, man, give props to Embiid playing through his injuries. Who said it? I think Janet said if Jimmy had everything B had, he wouldn't be dropping 40. And I got great. And you could tell B shot off a little bit too. I don't know if it's a thumb the way it's wrapped because it's 3.
I think it's the mask. I think it might be the mask more than anything else. It probably throw you. You know how sometimes when you see something in your eye and then the way the mask is, I'm sure you could kind of see it. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, I think it's more than because his hand was like that in the other games and he still was hitting.
There you go.
All
right.
Thanks for watching.
That's a crap. You gonna unsubscribe because we don't want you cussing and telling people to. Hey, bro, if that's the way you feel about you want to unsubscribe because of that, that's fine. That's your right to do so.
You still the fam. We still with us though. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Get that
what they call Master Crash, one of my day ones, man.
Yeah, I don't mess with you. Went on our day one. Chill out. Anyway,
it was like 2 people in it was like 2 viewers in there. It was me on my phone on the side, Master Crab. So you it
was him and his kids. That's
what yeah. My kids had my phone here, but Master Crab. We had like 2 viewers.
All right, y'all. We out.
All right, man. Enjoy yourselves.